Okay, welcome to a short video on some Bandlab basics. This is our main Bandlab screen. We have our instrument tracks in this column here. We've just got one instrument at the moment, and at the moment our instrument is a piano. Should sound like a piano. We can change the instrument sound by selecting different groups of instruments here. And once we've chosen a group of instruments, we can choose a specific type of sound here. So I've now changed the sound to a French horn. Although the piano keyboard still appears the same because that's just telling us what notes we can play, the sound that we've got chosen is selected here. Okay, we can add a second instrument track by going to this add track plus sign here and choose instrument. Our new instrument you'll see has appeared as a piano, so this is instrument 2. This was our instrument that we've changed to a French horn, as you can see here, and instrument 2 is a piano. The other controls that we've got along the top here are play, stop, and return back to the beginning. You can also use your space bar on your keypad for play and stop, and enter on your keypad to return back to the beginning. This is the record button, so we want to record some music live. We can use this record button here. Usually we get a 4-beat count in before we start, and then click a few notes, press stop, and you'll see that those notes I've recorded now have appeared in instrument 2 because I had instrument 2 selected. I could record something else on instrument 1, so just select the instrument I want to record on. My playheads, I've got my playhead to go back to the beginning. I'm going to press record again, wait for the click, record some notes. I've now got these notes on instrument 1, these notes on instrument 2. If I play those now, we'll hear them together. Brilliant. Once we're doing that, we can also use these buttons here to select what we're listening to. So M is for mute. That means that we won't hear what's on this track. So if I play this again, you'll notice that we're only listening to instrument 2. And if I choose the S, that's for solo, that means that we'll only hear what's on the track that we've selected. So we're not hearing the piano now, and we can do that for either track. Further along, we've got a tempo control here. This is 120 BPM, that means beats per minute. That's how fast the tempo is at the moment. If we want to change that, we can just double click, type a new tempo in. So 100 BPM, that's obviously going to be slower. We've got 4 beats in the bar at the moment, time signature is 4/4. This is our metronome. Useful to have the metronome on so you can hear the metronome, the click, the tempo. Notice that as I change the tempo, 80 BPM should sound slower now. So we can control the tempo back to anything we want. This is a volume control, so this will just enable you to control the volume that you're listening to, listening at. These are zoom buttons, and as we click plus, we'll zoom further in. That means things will appear bigger. There we go. And if we want to, minus is going to zoom out, so everything's going to appear smaller. Okay. These numbers at the top relate to the bar numbers. This is bar number 1, bar number 2, bar number 3, bar number 4. At the moment, like we said, each bar's got 4 beats in. The bars are also divided into quavers, so you should see that we've got 8 little kind of sections in each bar. That's 8 quavers. So each one of these is a quaver, so 2 would be added to a crotchet. We've also got a loop function here, so you can turn this on and off just by clicking on it here, and we can adjust the length of the loop by selecting the end. So if we line that loop up with the end of bar 3, the beginning of bar 4, and press play from the beginning, what should happen is it will loop back and go back to the beginning. There we go. We're just going to repeat that over and over again. and you can turn the loop on and off just by clicking on it like that. Other things we need to know about are mainly MIDI editor, which is down the bottom here. So if you select MIDI editor, I've selected this is called a region. When you've created a box that contains notes, we call this a region. So if you select that region there on instrument 1, click on MIDI editor, we can now see those 3 notes that I recorded, and we can now edit those notes. First of all, we can drag them and we can move them around, either up or down in pitch, or left to right in terms of timing. We can put them on different beats. Okay, quite a lot of the time you'll be spending time here making sure that your notes start on these grid lines, which relate to the beats of the bar, obviously. You can also adjust the length of the note by clicking at the end of the note and dragging along. That will give you a longer note. As long as you want, or short as you want. We can also use the pencil tool in this editor to add notes, so we can use the pencil now to draw notes in. Good, and then we can go back to our mouse pointer tool, and we can then edit those notes as we see fit. That's probably about it for the time being. We'll have a look at some more things as we go through the lessons, but feel free to have a little play around and explore, have a go at recording some things and editing some of your notes.